Episode commencing in 3, 2, 1. Episode initiated.
Don't panic, just grab your favorite towel and join us for a galactic adventure that starts with the total annihilation of Earth and ends with discovering what's the ultimate answer to life, the universe, and everything on this week's BBC episode of The Crit Hiker's Guide to the Cosmic Galaxy. This is your GM Patrick here, a babblefish nestled in your inner ear, translating this all for you to understand. And joining me are the only 5 beings in the universe harder to listen to than Vorgan poetry. Let me introduce to you my 5 friends and your fellow hitchhikers. To my far left, an alien you wouldn't mind stepping into the pub to drink with. It's Jabert, jabbering away as Jamphram.
That's me. I'm somebody everyone can drink with.
And across the digital table from me, it's a sad robot that's terribly depressed, aka Miles, make him believe as redacted. Good evening. It was a sad good evening. To my right, a two-faced space president who's as hard to like as he is to understand why. It's Tyler, talking as Pradier.
Hello there.
Say it again.
Hello there.
There's two heads, get it? And to my immediate left, a sentient porpoise who's eternally grateful for all the fish. We have Drew dying to play Zilix Fell.
Slarty Bartfast.
And across from him, plucked off her planet before its destruction in nothing but a robe and pajamas, it's none other than Rebecca rolling with Asher and Sky.
Hello.
Hello. We're talking, of course, about the television series Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, which is wild when you go back and look at the 1981, effects that they were able to pull off. Beeble Brooks, the 2-headed space president, has like a paper mache head on his shoulder. It's rough times. It's rough times.
I think I still prefer that to the way they did it in the movie, where his head kind of popped out from his neck.
Yeah, it's like one of the.
I like the newer movie,
the transforming Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle toys, where they have like 2 heads and they like it rotates. Or I guess they're Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, the transforming Power Rangers Smiles, where the one head was helmeted and one wasn't. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Sam Rockwell was Beeble Brooks in that. I enjoy that movie a good deal as well.
Yeah, I think it's super, super fun.
Yeah, Most Def in there.
Alan Rickman.
Bilbo Baggins. Yes. Let's just name the entire cast. Do you remember when Who's That Girl? It's Jess.
Zoe Deschanel.
Zoe Deschanel used to be everything.
Yeah, she is.
Yeah, she had a minute there.
Literally everything. Not so much anymore, but
hey, she's with the Property Brothers now, so she's all good.
It's one of them.
Earned
she's
her
propped up.
Her cash.
Also, she was on a network TV sitcom for 10 years.
Like a decade.
So she's good.
She's doing okay.
I was about to say, I think she's put in the dues. Yeah, we also probably produced that show as well. Guys, last time on Cosmic Crits,
everything went great.
Everything definitely was peach keen. Let me put this in the chat for you to read along as you guys continued to explore this laboratory, finding the personal effects of one of the members of the Rajadan Republic system that dated to over 100 years old. Continuing to search the facility, you found a gremlin creature in the galley that seemed to channel medium radiation, afflicting Jamphram and Asher. After dispatching the aberration, Jamphram succumbed to radiation sickness, becoming sluggish with the exhausted condition. Continuing into the room marked drill area, you were attacked by an ooze that hates magic users. But somehow, Pradier managed to survive. I guess you all did, but especially Pradier. He was just learning about their armor. What's wrong with that intro?
That I remember none of it.
Well, yeah, you're not affected by radiation poisoning. You didn't have a ton of dogs in that fight, I guess. Way to go.
Go me.
Anybody? Anything?
Oh, it says after dispatching the aberration, but gremlins are fey.
It is a fey monster. That is correct.
Oh, see, that's terminology that... Good call. Good call.
I did mention it was fey in the episode.
I even have it written down, but I would not have picked up on aberration versus fey. I would have just thought that was you being colorful with your language.
Oh, it's a technical term.
That's a type, baby.
Right. So one incorrect thing corrected. You get one more, and you get probably a pretty useful.
Oh!
re-roll.
I have one.
Yes.
It wasn't marked drill area. It was marked drill chamber.
That is definitely the hardest one that I put on this list, and that is correct.
Yes.
It is technically a drill area, but not capitalized. The drill chamber. Wow, Rebecca. I thought you'd get like a couple of gimmies here. The other ones, and does anybody else want to guess?
I was going to say, I don't think I'm exhausted. I think I'm sickened and fatigued. But I am very close to being exhausted.
Oh, you're a step away. That is also correct. The last one is not the Rajahan Republic. It is the Marizah Republic. And the capital is Rajadan. But
Okay,
whatever.
Because I had Rajadan written down. So.
I imagine people would, and that's why I tried to trick you. All right, you got a episode reroll. That probably is going to be helpful. But this week's episode doesn't start in this geothermal laboratory. It starts about a year earlier, as we're going to flash back and flash into space, where we see thousands of starships in a pitched battle with a fleet of drones. Far behind each, you see the megalith structures on each side. One Absalom station being defended by a huge fleet, and the other, the Devastation Arc, hammering away with flurries and fleets of drones itself.
Dim drones.
Dim drones
dry
are coming for you.
Dim dry drones.
Atomic fireballs explode amongst this scene of millions of miles. Amongst the purple and green laser blasts from the opposing sides on this fray, we're going to drill down into this maddening melee onto a single ship, a steward's vessel called the SSV Bevy Lodge. Its shields half gone, most of its quadrants open, damaged sections of its hull showing beneath, and several underlying systems glitching and malfunctioning. On the port side, we see a weapons array swiveling to follow the arc of an enemy drone just outside of acceptable range. And inside the gunnery seat, none other than Overwatch Private First Class Jamphram, jamming away. Your captain, Jamphram Digger Hartshorn, comes over comms and says, "Listen up, everyone. We've been selected for a special mission. We're gonna make a dive for the surface of the Ark. We are to provide covering fire and, if need be, a distraction for an infiltration team that's gonna try and force entry on the surface of the structure."
It's madness, Captain, madness! I say to no one in particular. He can't hear me. It's a one-way call.
You gotta press the button.
I don't know that.
Well, your fellow co-gunner on the opposite side of the ship, about 30 feet away, is like, "You tell him, Jamphram." "But my faithful cosmonauts, you followed me this far into the breach in defense of Absalom Station. Will you follow me a little bit further?" And he does open comms for people to reply back. Is Jamphram saying madness?
No. Jamphram's here for all the right reasons. Like a white boy on The Bachelor.
He's not there for the zip line.
No, I'm not there. I'm not just there for the zip line. He doesn't think it belongs to him. He doesn't wrench on the cable. Yeah,
he thinks he owns it.
He thinks it's his. Yeah. So I'll give a hearty cheer.
Yeah. Your gunnery mate down the opposite side, starboard side of the vessel, is definitely down like a little connecting hallway that you can still see him. He's like, "Yeah, Jamp, let's kick these sieves like the Kish did eons ago. Yeah. What do you say, partner?"
These are all things that we know about now. Thanks to those brave heroes who brought us stories.
My history class last year, because this is all information we just found out about.
We're all children. We were go to history class last year. It's very recent.
Grow up very fast.
You're such a kidder. No, in steward school, of course.
Oh, right. That's kind of school. Right. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
But as soon as you say this, though, there's a warning light on your monitor that reads, "Incoming missile detected." And before you can even react, the ship is rocked with another intense explosion. There's jets of coolant blasting all over your gunnery nest, and You see your weapon readouts have gone from malfunctioning to wrecked as you're losing power and energy. And you see your plasma cannon critically damaged on the verge of rupturing. And you know that if it does, it could disable the entire ship, maybe kill the crew. Your gunnery mate in the separate chamber down the hallway sees what's going on. You can both read the red lines going critical on your monitors. And you know, each of you, there's not time to escape and keep the ship safe at the same time. You lock eyes across the hallway. What do you do, Jamphram? What's Jamphram do in that situation?
Is it going to take both of us to sort this out? Or is it
No, it's either one of you can seal off the hallway, but
I say
one of you has to.
I say, you keep him alive. You hear me? And I slap on the button. And I seal it off.
No, Jamphram, no! Yeah, with a hiss, the emergency hatch slams shut. The entire world goes dark here as electricity fails in your compartment. Emergency lights come on, turning red here as the room is flooded with deadly cesium gases. A melange that knocks you unconscious, and the next thing you remember is wind rushing past you. Maybe feel your comrades doing their best to try to resuscitate you, but failing to do so, hooking you up to life support. Just about every single technological piece of life-saving equipment they have on the ship, loading you into an escape pod and launching you outside the back of the ship. Each breath in agony as you watch the space battle around you continue on with the dire consequences and casualties on the side of Absalom Station. Having watched this for the better part of a day, not knowing if your comrades survived or not, with you in a critical condition. But yeah, you were not picked up by station security or any of the emergency ships, but a private vessel of Eoxian origin, a medical frigate called the XXS Sawbones. That's what you're thinking about as your labored breathing still. Maybe it comes back to haunt you as we find ourselves back in the Marizal lab after the fight with this ooze that has crawled out of the drill chamber. How is Jamphram doing? I know we've talked about the radiation sickness a little bit, but you've had some medical problems in the past. Is this you think affecting Jamphram's mood or outlook right now?
I've made it through worse. I've made it through much worse. I tell ya. This ticker's tougher than it looks.
Gonna rack up so much medical debt when you get out of this. Right. It's just gonna keep piling up.
Yeah, I'm trying to stay in good spirits, but I'm definitely maybe using that. I've got my walking stick out instead of my sword, and I'm definitely leaning on it a bit as I'm walking and using it a little more for support than I would normally would.
He's walking here.
I'm walking here is what I'm saying. But indeed, yeah, it's I think maybe indeed some of those old wounds are starting to act up a little bit. I'm maybe coughing a little bit as I'm walking.
Is anyone? I mean, I think Asher and Scott, you've also been affected by the radiation sickness. Is that correct?
Yeah, but I was told it was latent.
Yes. Yeah. So you're just on that first stage. You're not feeling any of these negative effects, but Jamphram's looking pretty janked up here. But you did get hit with some of the radiation poisoning and took it out of you for maybe like a round. You're feeling better now, though?
Yeah.
Took a 10-minute rest. What's up, Miles?
Could Redacted roll a medicine check on Jamphram?
Well, diseases like this, you don't get another roll until basically you rest to try and bed rest is when you can start doing something like a long-term care, I think is what we talked about last week. Right, so you guys,
all the probing gear is back at home.
Just go to sleep and just think about probes. Probing. Count the probes as they jump over your head. Sweet Jamphram. Right, you guys find yourself in the drill chamber here. You've defeated some kind of ooze that has crawled out from underground. What would you guys like to do? So many.
Can we tell what the drill was drilling before? Is that how this bunker was created? Was because of this drill? Or maybe that's a stupid question. I don't know.
No, if you want to, I mean, there's a computer system that seems to control this array. It's mostly, done by computers, like moving drill bits into place and locking in cores and things like that. So if someone wants to attempt a computer's check, or I guess if you want to inspect the hole and where this thing has crawled out of, you can make a physical science as well.
Raider's going to take a 10-minute break.
I can do neither of those things. I don't know anything about what I'm looking at.
Zilix will roll the physical science check. Not going to catch me using the phrase examine the hole.
Just go poke your head down there, Zilix.
That's just an 8. Golly, 2 on the dice.
Toot. Yeah, I mean, definitely they were, I don't know. You're not sure if this was like the main part of this operation or if this was just like a side experiment, but do you want to see if you can get the drill running?
Redacted could also roll physical science.
Go right ahead. Do it. No one's stopping you.
Oh, no, not any better.
Another toot. Do you want to try to access the computer, Miles?
Yeah, sure.
Key in. Go ahead and roll me that. Tell me what you get.
11.
Yeah,
You rolled another 2?
Yes, I
Three
did.
twos in a row.
Let's shake off the cobwebs here, guys. Let's go into
3 2s. That's all right.
Toot.
Let's reset our caches. Let's go into incognito mode. Let's pull out all the stops here.
You're not able to crack in to this. It does look like it will need to be hacked. Could maybe connected to a tier 1 computer and try it again.
Yeah, sure. I've got a.
Imagine if our friend Prater's wanting to take a 10-minute break, then
Yeah, I can try again.
Try and brute force it. Yeah.
All right. I was looking at. I know I had a couple computer things, but wait.
Hack directory.
I do.
Hack command, which is for like countermeasures.
Yeah, I do. If I fail, I immediately become aware of any countermeasures that are activated to my failure, and I think I can bypass that. But all right, let's go ahead and roll this again. At the 23.
So you are able to hack into this system, which is pretty serious drill equipment. So it was definitely a password protected console system.
Yes, it was password 123 exclamation point.
There is an immediate countermeasure in the form of a firewall as well that will require you to make another computer's check to bypass in order to gain access to commands.
Alrighty.
Womp womp.
God.
3 on the dice. You did better that time. Let's see. But firewall protects controls. That is not enough to bypass said firewall. Keeps you locked out. You want to spend some more time hacking and slashing at this computer?
Yes.
Perhaps it's not worth our time.
How long does a hack take?
I mean, we're not in a rush.
Good old hack system.
I mean,
right?
True, but why are we? I still don't know why we're trying to get the drill to even work. It might.
I want to know what's down there.
Drudge up,
we want to know what's down there.
More oozes, or it might be like radioactive Fae
The
again.
dark one.
Asher is a little nervous at this point. They really don't want to keep getting sick.
Another 2.
Wow, Miles.
My character just jumps down the hole. Never to be seen again.
I'm going spelunking.
Just like Thelma and Louise just hops in the car and just
Yeah.
Down he goes. Another gray mechanic shows up through the door and is like, I'd like you to call me Redacted as well. I'm Redacted's cousin, Redacted.
Redacted doesn't use those kind of pronouns.
Rejected. Rejected.
Rejected.
Oh, boy. Right. So you guys want to move on from here? Do you want to maybe come back or?
Redacted just shoots the computer.
Okay, well, don't do that.
I wouldn't recommend.
We might want to come back. That probably has some information on it that's going to be useful.
That's a good point.
Perhaps we can find clues of what the drill is for elsewhere in the compound, and we'll return if we find it's of use.
Yeah,
You're
what I'm
right,
hoping
Prater.
is that it drills
I
up
won't-
valuable resources.
You're right, Prater. I won't shoot the computer. Jamphram, come here. I'm going to run you over.
I need to take my aggression out somehow.
Stand in front of that hole. My trusting fool.
So do you want to continue on? You've explored, baby.
Yeah, we need to keep going south. We're going to go south, and then we're going to go down the hall to the left and hit another door, which is marked what, Patrick?
The next door that you come across is on the northern side of the hallway. Area G10 on the map you found is marked Matrix Antechamber. And
oh boy.
Is Morpheus in there?
This place is just kicking our butts all over the place, and this sounds like an ultimate butt kicker. So
I am, aren't I? Just the ultimate butt kicker. Thank you for the compliment.
You're welcome.
Open the door here. You see there are some low tables with a few data pads and plastic racks, and a door to the west bears a sign that reads in common, proprietary and confidential, authorized personnel only.
Open it.
Is there a lock of any kind on it?
Probably going to need to be hacked.
You guys moving into the room here?
I wouldn't. There might be a trap.
No, it's
like a shot grid trap.
It looked like you move your character token into said room.
I moved mine into the room.
The first room?
Not into the confidential area, just into the main area.
I definitely moved here,
Yeah, if you guys are all heading on in, everyone make me a perception check. And the rolls that we've got going on now, I'm sure. These
are all going to be stellar.
Oh!
Natural 20 from Asher.
Holy Vemos.
Redacted has a 19. Natural 20 from Asher. Yeah, as you guys are moving to rush in, maybe you see very low to the ground what looks like some swirling dust particles that seem to be picking up something, lighting up this room from a few different angles. What looks like some kind of lasers set across at various angles in this room. Light beams that seem to be invisible to the naked eye. It's one of those things you look at it from like a certain angle and you can kind of tell it's like, oh, that one's coming from this way, but you'd have to be like looking specifically for these to be able to tell where on the walls they're being projected from, what exactly they're doing here.
Well, we don't want to trip over them. Can I prance around them, around the lights?
That would be an acrobatics check.
Nope, that's a natural 1.
Okay, well, that will set off the trap.
Oh, well, great.
Yeah.
Can you make me? Is it just Asher and Sky going through there? I guess everyone's in the room.
Well, I was gonna ask: are the lasers only on the ground? Could Zilix climb up the wall and climb across the ceiling to get past them?
They are not. Go ahead and make me a fortitude to save Asher and Sky. I'm guessing no one else is trying to acrobat with the dancer across the room. No. All right. Well, you've rolled just a success here for half damage. As soon as you move into this room, you hit a beam that you didn't even see, didn't even think was a possibility, that seemed to be bounced from an odd angle. And it sets off a blast of chilly cryogas that hits you very hard. You can jump back away from it, back to the door here. You are taking some cold damage. Ooh, pretty high. 8 points of cold damage as these emitters blast you with cold air. And then, it doesn't seem like the trap is disabled. The laser beams are still on even after that.
So a panel that Redacted could look at to see if...
Well, now that you've seen these cryo emitters blasting cold air, you can try to disable them. Doing so would be an engineering check. Failure would mean you can potentially set these things off again.
Okay.
All right, well, Praetor's going to go back, get out of the room and away from
I imagine everyone is, moving back. It's fine. Do you want to try to be the hero here, Redacted, and disable?
Yeah.
You've got your bad rolls out of the way, Miles. 2 2s? Come on.
This is an engineering check?
Indeed, yes.
Yippee-ki-yay.
We're like firmly in Redacted.
27.
Yeah, let's go.
Hey.
Yes, that is a success. The beams are still active here, but as soon as you set one off by jumping down off of your folded up vehicle, it does not trigger any damaging gas to fill the room. While you're up there, you see maybe near one of these plastic bins, the only piece of treasure in this chamber, this antechamber, well, looks like someone has left behind a ring of sustenance. Ring of sustenance you can add to your loot table. That will never come up.
Not to eat it.
An adventure that where you're adventuring.
It's a ring pop, is what it is.
Yeah, it is sustenance for redacted.
Okay. Right. So this next door here is indeed marked proprietary and confidential, authorized personnel only. You guys moving up to that door?
I will move up to it. Does it appear that there are lasers around it?
Yeah.
Cracking it open.
Any sort of a light beam of some sort?
Nope. No, nothing that you can see here at the door.
Oh, so we have to go into the door to see.
Want to open it up?
Not a no.
Yeah. Are you going to open the door with your hand? Is someone going to touch the door with a hand?
Wait a minute.
I just need to know if you're going to use a hand to open the
Can I use my attack lash to whip open the door?
Like Indiana Jones it?
Yeah.
Whip it good. I'll allow it. Your tack lash is destroyed irrevocably.
Really?
No, it's fine. I'm just joking. The door opens up and you see several computer banks surrounding what looks like an octagonal pedestal about 5 feet high, and inside an enclosed kind of glowing panes of force is an object. The stone floor beneath the pedestal here is cracked, buckled perhaps under the weight, as though indeed whatever is inside this chamber is incredibly heavy. There are small lights that blink on a set of computer panels off to the side, showing that they are still active and still kind of reading data out for whatever this object is. Cue the cool sci-fi music. So yeah, looks kind of Tesseract-y, glowing panes of force, and there's like swirling blue energy inside of this thing. What would you guys like to do? This is what you see in this chamber.
I mean, I guess I'll walk in there.
Smart move.
Somebody else seems to want to.
All right. Yeah,
Smart move.
I've just described it like a crazy sci-fi item, and I've completely frozen and shocked all the players here. They're just like, I don't do any. I leave, I guess. I don't know.
This doesn't seem like something I want. Can I roll
refuse?
We need to go back to that drill, guys. We need to go and see what the drill does.
Yeah.
Can I roll
I agree. Let's go back to the drill. We know the drill. The drill is safe.
Can I roll a physical science check on whatever looks to be super heavy in the room?
Super heavy?
Or super gravitational?
It's whatever this crazy object is on the pedestal here. But
And what would it be to ID that?
yeah.
I mean, maybe is this a cultural item?
Don't say mysticism.
I think physical science and or mysticism is fine as well.
I know that.
Oh, someone else. Oh, okay. Asher and Sky's got this. I don't.
Can I?
Oh, another 4, Drew. Yeah. Oh, Pradier, Asher, and Sky. You get a sense this thing is a hybrid device. It's definitely a technological device, but yeah, you feel it is channeling a great deal of magical energy. Hairs on the back of your neck kind of standing up as you get these waves of low frequency kind of emanating off of it.
Would detect magic tell me what kind of magic it's emanating?
Yes, it would. Sweet baby boy Tyler. That's a magical thing. Is that something you want to do? Is cast a spell in this room?
You're a bad man.
With your hand, you're going to wave it about and
I'm going to wave my hand about and use detect magic to see what kind of magic this thing is emanating.
yes.
And if there's anything else that comes out about it. I'm sure there will be no repercussions because this is a cantrip and can't possibly hurt me.
Yeah, so you are getting very similar vibes, I think, to something you've seen before in this adventure. You're getting waves of ancient transmutation magic kind of coming off of this thing.
Does it appear to have any runes on it, perchance, or writing, or markings, or?
Nope. There are computers kind of that seem to be like doing readouts of like, power and a whole bunch of different aspects of the matrix, whatever it is. Does anybody want to start digging through files, see if you can figure out what it does that way?
Yeah, I'm more of a physical paper reading kind of person rather than.
I found the map. Remember 2 episodes ago.
Redacted could look through the files, I guess.
Okay, starting to click clack on the keyboards. Redacted. Indeed, it doesn't seem like this computer is under any kind of firewall or protection of passwords. Maybe just the prior room is enough to keep people out of when this facility was in use. Or maybe the fear of getting fired, because this is a very dangerous hybrid device, the geomantic matrix, that seems to use transmutative low frequency waves to make changes to the earth. It from the readouts that you are looking at here, it requires an intense amount of energy to make pretty small changes and effects. So it has been charged up with what seems like months of power harvesting from the power core, and you get readouts from over 100 years ago that this was used in a few field tests. One is marked to dramatically raise up the earth, another one compress the earth through the use of this matrix. And yeah, it does seem to have power reserves still banked up enough for another use before it is depleted. This seemed to be like a test subject for a magical device that it is not it's a consumable magical device. So let's put it that way. Okay. So it has enough power to make another single. There's files on the uses that it's had before, and then some, Star Trek movie simulations of Drew just perked up of like what's the Wrath of Khan device, Drew?
So the Genesis device, which also was
kind of similar.
The CG effect was one of the longest and first CG effects ever used in movies.
I imagine this computer, because it is 100 and something odd years old, is a similar kind of dot matrix of like showing like potential, like, it could like affect a mountain like this or like a hill like this. Looking through those files, you see the one that is the use that dramatically raised up the earth started with a fairly flat surface and seemed to like focus in the transmutative powers of the earth magic and create a large spire.
The needle, the stone needle.
A needle, a stone needle. The other one dramatically compressing the earth. Looks like almost like a bomb went off, and that is indeed, you are pretty sure, corresponds to the area where you found the mysterious sinkhole.
And you said there's one charge left?
Yes, and there's a number of readouts of things that you can do and basically affect an area within range of the facility, which is most anywhere you've already explored in your colony's borders. Mm-hmm. You can shift the ground beneath a settlement and move it to another hex, like move it like a hex in a direction. There's like defensive capabilities. You can raise stone walls around the settlement, or like kind of raise it up the ground to set it on like a plateau. Or you can also use it to create, very similar to the stone needle, a monolithic landmark made of rough stone. Maybe like the one that you promised to the Ingolo sisters, a big old statue in the center of town.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, obviously you don't have to do that or make that decision right now.
That would be catastrophic for the people who are just minding their own business in our settlement.
And just all of a sudden the ground starts rumbling.
Yeah, I'll tell you what.
Come rolling back in like, we did that!
The cult of the Nomen would rocket in popularity.
You come back and half the people drank the Kool-Aid. They're like, we told you. We told you.
That works.
Cool. Let's leave the dangerous magic thing alone.
Or test it out.
No,
Well, it's got
we
a
will
single.
eventually. We're gonna come back,
A
but
single charge. That's it.
yeah. We at least because just talking off the cuff, either doing the monument thing or having it raise the entire colony up on like a plateau defensively are like the two things that stand out for me.
Yeah.
And all of which are like, we need to let the whole colony know that we're about to do some serious magic shenanigans and to not be alarmed before we just yank the earth up from underneath them while we are so far away. So,
I mean, it would be funny.
It would be a hoot and a
it
holler.
really wouldn't. The repercussions would not be funny. I'm going to have to do another election. It's not great. I don't want to make that many checks again.
I mean, sometimes hard mode's fun.
There is the next room down the hallway from these two that you just entered into is called Geological Surveillance Lab, which I believe you found in Cursed Office. There's a lot of information coming from that lab. Maybe give you some more information on how exactly they use this as well. Do you want to head down there next?
Yeah, what was it called?
The Geological Surveillance Lab, the GSL. You'll want to head down that way.
Let's bust open that door.
Yeah, open it on up. The walls of this room completely covered with computer monitors, holographic whiteboards, overlay charts that have grown dusty, the plastic film on them caked in dust. There's a broken chair, same before, a keyboard built into a desk against the wall. Indeed, it looks like this is one of the research focuses here in this facility. Some of the most readouts you've seen. It looks like there is a number of monitors that spring to life as soon as you like get near the keyboard. The largest central holographic monitor here projects out before you what looks like a topographical map of your entire charter. That's the whole area nearby. And the other three monitors show those same kind of readouts in a larger topographical map. Indeed, one is marked obelisk, geomantic matrix use successful. And that has like a yes, no for elevation view. The excavation one is you easily able to find is marked geometric matrix use successful, elevation view yes, no. That is the sinkhole. There's a third one labeled unknown, buried mission, ? Elevation view, yes, no. And there's a whole other section that has surveillance from the like far east of your charter, which is kind of east of this location as well. Yeah, so a number of computers in here, a number of these sensors, these 5 different monitors. What would you guys like to do here?
Well, I would like to learn more information about the unknown bit.
Mm-hmm. Are you accessing said computer?
Well, maybe first when you say like stone obelisk, geologic view, yes, no.
Mm-hmm.
If we click yes, is that just going to show us a different view of the structure?
Yeah, it's a much more detailed. It looks like perhaps they use some drones to get like full on 3D rendering of the locations, and there's like a sliding scale of that you can tell is time on here, so you can tell it's like this is what it looked like before they used the geomantic matrix, and then you can move it forward to see like the obelisk form afterwards.
Does it appear like the runes form with the obelisk?
It doesn't have that kind of detail on here.
Okay.
It looks, just like a basic structure.
Okay. Then, would like to learn more information or see what we can't see about that unknown third entry.
It is a computer. You want to try access it?
Sure. Just because just for kicks. Well, does it require me to be trained?
To access a computer? No, I don't think so.
Just making sure I'm just access, not hack any of that stuff, because I'm not trained on computer use. I'm just going to try to throw away a high number here. 9? Is that enough to access this computer?
No.
Nope. All right. Well, then I step aside for someone who knows more than me.
All right.
There are
next time we level up, maybe more.
Where is this machine? Is it over here?
I'm sorry. I first need Pradier to go ahead and make a reflex save as sparks burst out of this console, blasting you. It looks like you've you've like shorted something out as this console begins kind of glitching. You see like lines of code being deleted.
I was just trying to give Miles a break, just for one room. I was just trying to give him a break. You said reflex save?
Shouldn't. This is exactly what Redacted does. Yes.
Oh, it's my best save. I feel good about it. I don't feel good about a 7, though.
I'm sorry. I didn't need you to make a reflex save, Tyler. I needed everyone to make a reflex save.
Oh, no. I apologize to all my friends.
Oh, good. I was not in the room yet.
Tyler, you're there, Miles.
No, I am not.
I say thou. Where are you?
I was right outside, and then when I heard a computer thing needed to be done, I was going to make my way inside.
Natural 20 on the reflex save.
Hey,
finally.
Hey, Pradier, what were you able to remove from me? Was it sickened or fatigue?
Sickened. You chose sickened.
Good.
What did you roll there, Jamphram?
Well, hang on one second. I'm just making sure that fatigued doesn't. Oh, yes, it does. Yes, it does. -1. I rolled a 14 with my fatigued.
Okay, so everyone has succeeded.
Oh, good.
Except for Asher and Sky. Sorry, Rebecca, to lead you on.
Am I perchance one off?
Yeah.
Perchance to dream, perchance to believe in yourself.
Well, the reason I ask is I have an Aeon Stone. That means that if I miss the roll by 1, then I succeed.
Who gave you that? That seems like a
I bought it with my own hard-earned credits.
This
isn't a real item.
This is DC 13. Miles, I do need you to make a reflex save. You're straight up like on the map 5 feet away from Pradier. Everyone gets a little bit of damage. It's electricity damage. It's fine.
I'm going to ignore it.
Oh, no. What is this? A 4 on the dice?
Oh,
maybe I spoke too soon. It's max damage. 8 points of electricity damage. I will say you're outside the room, Miles, in your own estimation. You, along with everyone else, can take 4 points for successes.
Gosh. Not touching.
But as you are close by, you see Pradier has messed up one of these computer consoles. Do you want to try to access
Redacted would be irritated and just kind of pushes Pradier aside and just like, don't touch anything.
Yeah, there's data glitching out here. It seems that is causing like a data backlash. Is the name of this trap.
21.
That is a success. Yes. Yeah, well, you can also do engineering here to safely reboot the system. Yeah, you quell the sparks, maybe drop the power to this console and save as much data as you can. It seemed like it was about to kind of wipe the system here.
Goodness.
But yeah, you save the data, and it includes a data set here for what looks like underground sensors. And digging into this, it seems like some kind of things that were buried beneath this facility. Taking a look, it looks like they're maybe in place to bounce some kind of low frequency signals. Do you want to make me a physical science or another computer's check? See if you can figure out what they were doing.
Or another computer check. Say 26.
Cool, boy. Super success. Critical success. Yeah, there are 6 sensors buried in the solid stone beneath this facility. More than likely, you gather buried with the drill in the drill chamber, that seem to work as kind of like a subterranean like focusing dish that draws power from the lab's power core. And yeah, these sensors seem to be some kind of collections of inert, like rare earth metals that they've brought here planet and buried underground. With that success, that critical success, it does look like those things are perhaps messing with the radiation levels in the facility, perhaps amplifying them in areas. and it doesn't look like there is a way here from this data to directly get to these underground sensor locations. But with your roll, you are pretty sure if you were able to access the drill, you could use it to destroy these underground sensors or disable them in some way, drill right through them.
Then I would assume Redacted is going to disable those sensors.
Well, that would mean you're back to your old nemesis, the drill chamber computer. You want to go back there and work on it?
Well,
sure.
Did I miss it? What would be the benefit of disabling the sensors?
It seemed to amplify the radiation here, and you are pretty sure from some of the readouts that that could be coming from the power core itself. And
disabling the sensors isn't going to affect the geological surveillance lab machine thing?
No, it seems to be just something that they put in place that perhaps has had some negative consequences. Maybe extrapolating. Do you want to make me a mysticism check and see if you can maybe put a few more puzzle pieces together, Tyler or Asher, from what Redacted's telling you?
Just throw me in the dumpster.
We have had a suite of 2, 3s, and 4s. All right. Asher and Sky, I think you can figure out that something else is happening with the radiation from this facility, that perhaps if the stag bear herd that attacked Viridian Colony had rested here or were close to the facility, maybe they were affected by it, either the radiation poison or the sickness itself, and something about that sickness perhaps turned them into what they were, the necro-saturated, kind of zombies that attacked your facility, attacked your town. So shutting those down maybe will prevent something like that happening again.
Anything else on the computer worth looking at before we head off back to the dreaded drill chamber?
The old boss. Nope, there's a lot of data here that you can, if you have another geologist like Stanth Panatil come out and look at, he'd probably be able to transfer to the colony's data sphere, help with like mapping out the areas that you haven't mapped out nearby, including this hex.
All right, well, then let's go use a drill.
We're back to the drill chamber. All right. Does anybody want to help with this computer's check? Does Redacted allow anyone to help Redacted?
It doesn't allow radier anywhere near the computer.
You're barred. Get out. Tyler's like taking off his headphones. He's like,
if I recall correctly, isn't Zilix decent with computers?
No.
But I don't recall correctly at all. All right, well,
pretty sure Jamphram is your computer expert, right?
Is it Jamphram? I'm sorry, I'm mixing up characters.
I'm no. I have a -1.
All right,
I'm pretty sure I think you're it.
I have a +1. I can
so he just cracks his knuckles. This is a solo concert.
Asher was pretty good with that GUI back there that she didn't have to hack into.
So if Miles is close, if Redacted is close, can we roll a computers to try to assist after the fact, or do we have to do it now?
Well, there's not really a negative for assisting, but you're supposed to assist before. And
I'll try to assist then.
It's DC 10.
So what's the worst going to happen? I'm going to roll another 2.
Famous last words, my dude.
50-50 chance.
Oh, success. All right, go ahead and roll.
All right,
Miles. Oh, you're. I'm going to say because you already accessed the main console, this will bypass the firewall and get you access to the drill controls. You're like, you have your hands.
I own the drill now.
In like a holographic Iron Man like control where you're like making the drill like do a little shimmy, do a little shake, and yeah, you can start probing the earth. That is a thing that you're doing, basically probing the earth and start trying to dig out these sensors. This is going to require either physical science engineering, or if anyone has a relevant profession. It's suggesting in the book miner.
I will
take minor.
I'll do engineering.
Okay. Ooh, a natural 19 on that computer's check.
Yeah, that helps a lot.
You push Zilix out of the way. I don't need you. Oh, another natural 19. My goodness gracious.
The other side of the rainbow.
Well, good news here. Every time you fail this, the DC goes up. And if you fail it by a bunch, another one of those star metal oozes comes out and attack you. Rebecca totally called it. Oh, yikes. But that's funny. The drill just finds like a low pressure area in the earth, and you just drill right through it. Just drill through that ooze. Yeah. And it takes a good like half hour or so getting this drill into position, moving it around underneath the facility. The noise in here is muffled, but the room is kind of shaking every once in a while. As the drill kind of makes, I guess it's got to make turns. I don't know if it's like attached to some kind of funky ways, but it's got to get down into the earth and start knocking these 6 sensors out. But yeah, as you do that, I don't know. It feels like something has changed. You're not sure what exactly, but Jamphram just can like breathe a little bit easier. You're able to straighten up off of your stick for a moment.
I can walk again.
You do the old
okay, Grandpa
Willy
Joe,
Wonka
settle down.
Willy Wonka roll. Oh, we're both going to the same movie. Jamphram does a Willy Wonka roll on the carpet and stands up. Right. Yeah, so that is, it seems like the radiation, perhaps if it hasn't died down here, I don't know if you guys have any ways to sense it again. This should reduce the amplification of whatever was the source of the radiation, if indeed it was the power core of this facility. So for the most part, I guess mission success. You found out kind of probably what caused those stag bears to turn the way they did, and probably saving someone else doing something extremely similar that's going to stop this from ever happening again with other woodland critters. Yeah, there's a couple other areas in the facility still you've yet to explore. Ooh, areas G4 and G13. G4 is marked Subterranean Creatures Lab, and G13 is said Power Core. And
I really don't want to go to the Subterranean Creatures Lab.
Yeah, let's go to the Creatures Lab. There's nothing's going to go wrong.
Oh no!
There are going to be any creature. How many creatures are going to be down here? It's been
so many creatures.
This facility
so many irradiated
unmanned.
Creatures.
It's been unmanned for so long. What creatures could possibly be left?
Oops!
No, we're still looking for Hold up, I got to go back to my notes. What's this lady's name we're looking for? Marnie Felivar?
Who's that?
I don't know.
No, I'm pretty sure.
My
notes say Marnie Felivar refused to leave and is probably dead.
So one person did not evacuate. I wrote it down as Marnie Felivar, and so I'm still trying to figure out what happened to that person. I'm putting my
leave is what I wrote down.
Yeah, I'm putting my tally mark in like irradiated ghoul territory. I'm thinking we're gonna get a real nasty ghoulie. It's just full of radiation and a desire to.
Well, we can't
take us to ghoul school.
Well, if Mr. President. So what I was going to say is we are going to send people down here to do stuff, and I feel like that means we need to clear it out before we can safely send anybody down here.
Sure, yeah, like Stamp's got to come down here. So.
Which would mean we would have to check out the lab and the other stuff just to make sure there aren't any errant critters or undead irradiated monsters to.
Yeah, I mean, we could just tell them don't go in that room, right?
Mm-hmm. You act like doors don't automatically open in this spot. Like
they don't.
Doors don't exist.
All right, fine. Are we in front of the Creatures Lab, Patrick?
Nope. It looks like you've gone to the power core. Do you want to go to Creatures Lab?
Yeah, I guess is the Creatures Lab down this way?
It is, yes. All the way on the side of the hallway. It is in the middle of the facility. Looks like it's a fairly large area.
Oh, great. Great. Large area for a large creature. Oh, God.
Let's see. G4 Creatures Laboratory. A massive room extends to the east and north here. Wheeled metal tables and counters covered with lab equipment occupy a small area to the east. To the north stand several cages, many with their clear fronts shattered and torn open. Look at it. Look at inside, everybody. Look at who we got. It's our fun friends.
Is that a Mole-Beetle?
It could be if a Mole-Beetle indeed had giant patches of necro-saturated skin, has ballooned to twice its size, and has more spiky legs. Indeed, these seem to be rotting, half-rotted versions of the Mole-Beetle. Let's roll initiative. Get into this turn order because these things see you and kind of lurch in your direction. We'll go on the ring.
Please roll high. Oh no.
We're just saving up our good rolls for actual combat.
No, we're not.
This is going to be Patrick's clean sweep.
Keep telling yourself.
Just a reminder,
man.
we still have a episode reroll that Rebecca earned us. So.
It better be a doozy.
And let's see what I get for initiative. 7.
Oh, hell yeah,
on,
listeners. We saw 7.
7 on the dice. Not grand. First up is Zilixthel opening up the door. You guys clamber inside. These things start coming out of the woodworks, out these broken
there's
glass
wood
containers. Down here? Out of the glassworks. Oh. You see at least 4 of them. What would you like to do, Zilix?
Can I roll a physical science on these things to try to identify them and things about them?
No. Life science, yes.
I can do life science. So
yes. They're not rocks, my friend. They're not rocks. Yeah, that these are indeed, they're called rotting Mole-Beetles, but they are necro-saturated, very similar to the effect you've seen on some of the flora and fauna here, including the stag bears. In potentially, you might be realizing maybe this is exactly what happened to, or something similar to your now dead friendly colonist.
Balco?
Balco Unctar. I don't know why I can't remember his name.
Balco Unctar.
Sweet Balco. What would you like to know? Because these are a little different from Mole-Beetles that you fought before.
Defenses?
I have a defensive ability, or I can give you its armor classes, its HP. What do you want?
Resistances.
Oh, and it's got a weakness too. I guess that's kind of.
Can I get the weakness?
Can I get a weakness to testify?
Can I get a weakness?
Oh, this is a pretty useful one, and I think one you figured out maybe with the stag bears. It has disruptive susceptibility as a weakness, which I believe means
a stick, my magic stick.
You beat it with a magic stick, which yes, the runes start glowing. As soon as you figured this out, you're like, wait a minute, I know kung fu. Indeed, I forget what it does. Does it do more damage?
The disruptive rune?
Disruptive susceptibility.
Yeah.
I'll look it up, but what else would you like to do, Drew?
Wait, I'm confused. What is it weak to? It's weak to magic?
Its weakness is it takes half again as much damage, so additional 50% damage to weapons with disruptive fusions.
Oh, okay.
That affects all of one of you right now, it looks like.
That's insanely specific.
Mm-hmm.
How about how many more things can I learn?
That's it for right now. Just said roll.
Just one more thing?
No, that's about it. I'm going to need that standard action, that move action. What other actions you got?
You asked me what else I wanted to know, and I can't know anything else. So
no, I ask you what else you want to do.
Okay.
Which one do you?
I will pull out my gun and shoot the one that seems to be the closest.
Right.
What a shot.
Taking a pot shot. Toot toot. That ain't a beaut. That is a miss. Pretty bad miss. Looks like Redacted is next, Miles.
All right. Redacted is going to uncompact the vehicle.
Whap, 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 whap. Easy turn 1. Shoop. You will still need to take a move action to pop inside, so that would be next
Correct.
turn. But oh no, it's time for Bug's turn, and that's probably good for you because you guys are very far away. Beginning of this room. They're going to have to spend their turn just running up to you. Just that's probably what they're going to do. They're just going to like focus in. Whoop, whoop.
This is the most single file column fight I've seen us
do. You guys moved up into the room, and these things have moved up to you. That is their
line of them and a line of us.
That is their full turn, though. They've just gotten within range of you as we go to.
If I have a tail that I can slice with, can I get an attack of opportunity?
No, they don't. They're not moving past you or trying to move past you.
Radier, to identify, Patrick.
They are yours to try. Oh yeah, that's another success. What do you want?
All right. Did I hear a resistance in there somewhere when you were going through the options?
I don't think you did. I think.
Okay, I didn't do that. Then I would like to.
Drew asked, but they do not.
I asked, but then you said that there was a weakness, and I really wanted to know the weakness.
That's what I was remembering.
There's a defensive ability. There's
what's the defensive ability?
Things. It's a good one. I think also the Sag Bears had this to a lesser extent as well. It's called Too Tough to Die. When the creature's reduced 0 hit points, it can just remain at 1 hit point instead.
Good to know.
Got to double tap him.
Yeah, we want to make sure these things go down hard. And I'm not going to forget that like I did probably for half the Stack Bears. You're going to have to really grind these Mole-Beetles into dust. Standard move action. What would you like to do, Tyler?
Yeah, well, you've got me in a little bit of a pickle.
If you can survive an attack of opportunity or 2, you could step behind me.
I think if the door is right behind you, if you want to make just a step action, you can you can get back in the doorway, Tyler.
I'm gonna do so.
Yeah,
I'll protect you.
Now that leaves 2 of these things on your sick friend Jamphram.
Well, I'm gonna use Injury Echo on
1.
Wow, I don't know why I rolled. It always makes me excited. Oh well, did I? I'm not too excited.
Will check.
DC 13.
The will for these guys. Not great. That's a fail. A 10 on the dice.
Do they have spell resistance?
No.
Good. That ooze was the bane of my life.
No. How much is 3 points damage?
3 damage.
Okay. First damage on the board.
And we're going to call it, I don't know.
This one to the left here.
Yep.
Okay. Asher and Sky. You've got a couple in front of you. One in front of Zilix to your right. A couple in front of Jamphram.
Yeah, I have a question. Does Starfinder have an equivalent to Tumble Through?
I think it just has Tumble Through.
Okay.
Acrobatics. It's just called Tumble. But yeah, you can move through opponent's occupied space. The DC is 20 plus 1.5 the opponent's CR.
Okay. 20. I'm going to try to do that so that I can attempt to get over here and flank with Jamphram.
Okay. This will... Let's see. You're also moving through 2 squares threatened by 2 of these other Mole-Beetles, in which case that adds a whole bunch.
So you're saying it's impossible.
Does it add to it, or do you have to make 3? Right.
We're going straight to the rules. If you attempt to move through multiple threatened spaces or opponent spaces during the same round, you must succeed at a check for each space. And the DC of each check increases the first by 2. Just the first, I guess, though. So if you're tumbling through the space occupied or threatened by 2 CR1 creatures and a CR2 creatures, it's 15 plus 3 plus 2 plus 2.
So you're saying it's impossible?
It's quite difficult. Yeah.
What's your bonus to acrobatics?
11.
No, it is not impossible. You just need to roll high.
But I have to roll high 3 times, right?
Well, no, you only need to roll high once to get through the opponent's square, the mobile right in front of you. If you roll low on the other 2, you take an attack with opportunity, but you still move.
Okay.
So, but you do need to roll pretty great on this first one.
Isn't she taking attacks of opportunity on no matter what?
Nope. You can make this tumble check as part of the same move.
Okay.
So let's do moving through the first one. 17 on the dice. Yeah, you're right through.
All right.
Boom. Make 2 more. See if you're taking a couple attacks of opportunity. These ones are a little bit easier. Wow. Super good. Oh boy. Just believe it or not, the acrobat is able to tumble through these half-dead Mole-Beetles. You're like backflipping off their carapace and use them like a pommel horse. 28, a 26, and a 27 on these checks. They're just like, oh, what?
They're so confused. Okay.
So you move into flanking position with Jamphram. I'm glad we looked up the rules and made your character look super skilled
super cool.
and complex.
Yeah.
Just Jamphram wouldn't be able to do it.
One of the best acrobatics checks. I was like, oh, certainly I'll get an attack of opportunity here. No.
All right. I am going to strike. The entropic strike. This is unboosted.
Oh my gosh.
24 to hit.
Keep on coming. A natural 19, so it's a super hit. And
it does 5 damage.
5 damage. Is there... Are you using your weapon? Is there any critical effect on your attack clash?
No.
Okay. 5 points of damage. Slapping into this one. That's the first damage it has taken. And that is going to take us on to Jamphram. Bottom of the turn order, but you've got a flanking buddy and
I do.
Asher and Sky, who did an unbelievable amount of flipping.
I guess technically, could I have landed here and been away from it since I have reach?
Yeah.
Can I just say I did that?
Yeah, your tumble is just half speed, so you can move anywhere with that half speed. But you want to be within range of your attack lash. You're still technically threatening this one that Jamphram is in front of. So, Jabert, what would you like to do? You got. I mean, technically now there's just like a whole bunch in front of you. Yeah. Asher's moved away from one, and what would you like to do?
I am looking to see if there's any extra actions I can take. Not really. Do I have? Sorry, I've not. I know we've been playing with these characters for some time, but I'm still not the most familiar with like what I do.
So, you just hit things with a stick. I don't understand.
I mean, I know, but I got some other stuff too.
Like what?
I don't know. That's why I gotta look.
This is the least complicated character you've ever made, I thought.
I know.
It's also level 2. We don't
but I gotta look at my skills.
No, it's a bodyguard is my thing. So I mean, so the problem is since I am taking penalties to attacks and damages and things like that, I really don't want to make a second attack.
Well, right now you're only at -1 for the fatigued, right?
Yes,
because second is gone.
Yeah, but still, -1 is. I mean, I don't want to attack with -5 when my bonus is only 3. You know, and so.
Okay, well, nice.
Well, we are flanking, so at least there's that.
It's something,
and they are still just Mole-Beetles.
I mean, that is true. You know what? You've all talked me into it. Let's attack twice with my battle staff.
I hope you missed by 1 both times, and you're like, Patrick. Battle staff. Yeah, you're the one that gotta be rocking these out. Oh no. You've cracked it right on the skull here.
Yeah.
18 on the dice for the first hit, and is this max damage for the battle staff?
So is with my penalty.
9 with the necro susceptibility. So this one is nearly dying because it's got 1 hit point left as per the rule.
Let's finish him. 12.
It's destroyed.
Yes.
Nice.
There are 3 Mole-Beetles left. Turn 2. Drew, Zilix, you are you're kind of backed in the corner here. Redacted has expanded the space wagon to your right, and the door is, behind you, where Praetor and Jamphram are standing.
Can Drew get in the wagon?
I mean,
yes, as a move action.
I guess I could, and if I get in the wagon and then shoot from the wagon, do I avoid attacks of opportunity because they attack the wagon?
Nope.
They just reach in.
All right, then I'm gonna.
If you want to step in the wagon, that would only provide them with a single attack of opportunity. There's only 1 right next to the space wagon.
I think I'm going to disapparate my rifle and apparate a sword.
Oh, switch it up.
Because I should be flanking with this one, right? Because she's got reach. So how do you calculate reach if...
Yeah, I think you are actually, because you have to have the lines drawn between two opposing squares. And I think Asher would be threatening both of these two that are 10 feet away from her within range. Yeah, so
I'm gonna hit it with my sword.
Definitely don't need that because you're gonna. Now you guys are in combat. Your rolls have been rocking. Oh no, you need that bonus.
Yeah, so that's 9 plus 4 is 13.
Plus 4. What are you getting? Plus 4.
Plus
for?
2. I'm sorry.
Get out of here with that.
I'm talking season 1 and season 4 rules. So that's just an 11.
Against Casey, that is a miss. I'm sorry, Drew. So sorry. Yeah, we got to go on to Redacted. You moving in the vehicle? Zilix looked like they were about to jump in with you, but no.
I'm going to take a guarded step into the vehicle, and then then you just hear the locks go.
The locks on the vehicle. No one else is getting in. Right. So do you want to peel rubber and get into the position where you can potentially drive next time?
I'd probably shoot up here.
All right. That will be a standard action. Technically, this one can make an attack of opportunity. I don't think it's going to against the vehicle. That is going to take us to their turn. I've got, let's see, this one here. Oh no, this makes it very simple because a couple of them are going to use another one of their special abilities. Our friend Aversion Feeding for the Mole-Beetles. If I recall by looking at Archive of Nethys, is
guts out for
it expels its spiny gut sac, indeed, and it just plops into a square next to you guys, and it only does if it's going to hit more than one here. Jamphram, Zilix, and Pradier just plops it right in the door frame to your side, and it looks like two of them are going to do this, which is gross. And I need you.
Good night, sweet prince.
You three, Jabert, Drew, and Tyler, to make two reflex checks. Jump out of the way of their guts.
It's not what I want.
It is what I like.
Yeah, great. Looks like we got some good succeeds on this first round. Keep on rolling.
A 9. Maybe I shall live.
It's a 12 and a 13.
Okay. Yeah. This is a terrible ability if it goes off, but I can't believe it. You've all succeeded. DC 9.
Yes!
A simple reflex save. Maybe they're thinking you're old, radiation sick at this point in the adventure. This last one here is going to make 2 attacks against. No, we'll make 1 attack versus Jamphram. Single attack. It's just going to try and claw ya. A 10 on the dice. What is your armor class currently?
17.
Oh, that's a miss. That means they've done nothing on their turn. They've really done nothing for 2 turns. Here, we're back to you, Tyler.
Huzzah. I'm going to throw an injury echo at the one to the left of Jamphram. That's going to be a DC 13 will save.
Yeah.
Now it's your turn to make the save, Patrick, and render my ability useless.
Fail.
Oh, the script is flipped.
Settle down, Bane.
Another mighty 3 points of why am I here?
Average damage is why you're here. Just popping it out for these folks.
The damage is low, but it's consistent.
Asher and Sky, this one's looking pretty beat up to your right and to your Jamphram's left. What would you like to do with your turn?
Yeah. Instead, I'm going to target the one that is between me and Zilix, since we're flanking, right? Because you have a melee weapon. Yep. Okay. And I am going to use my 1 entropy point to boost this attack.
Okay. Boosted tack lashing.
18.
That's a hit.
All right, that does 8 damage.
It's bloodied from a big ol' entropic strike. Energy kind of cascading through your whip and blasting off some of its rotted carapace. Will almost look like fungal spores growing underneath it. crackling to the ground. It's really hurt. It lets out a shriek. That's your full action, which means Jamphram.
All right, I'm gonna take a 5-foot step, and I think this counts as a flank because we can draw sort of a line that goes through both sides.
Yeah, I'll allow it, like I said, because she is threatened 10 feet.
Yeah, because she's got that good reach. Oh, that good reach. All right, so move action to take a 5-foot step, and then I'm going to Curse Splash with my battle staff. Big whack. Yeah.
Natural 20. That's what you like to see here.
Crack. So 15?
Yeah, but we gotta call out our good friends, the Patreon pirates.
Yeah.
For a not Patreon pirates. I forgot what podcast this is. Our friends,
we're doing a different thing now on this podcast.
the Cosmic Crittermanders on our Patreon that help support all of our podcasts, including Dead Men Rolling No Crits. Jonathan M says, "Stay awesome and keep the crits rolling."
Thank you, Jonathan.
And I'm guessing you're just taking a bunch of. Oh, this is a bunch of damage.
Yeah.
I mean, it's down to a single hit point. It's like,
yeah. No, I'm also going to go ahead and knock it down. So roll over
the ground.
Yeah.
Okay. Zilix, though, you got this one very weak in front of you.
Can I take one attack to it and then take another attack to it or an attack to the other one if that goes down?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, so we're going to
start swinging.
Attack the first.
Ooh, you guys are rolling straight rocks tonight. Yeah, it's dead. That one's destroyed.
Well, yeah, that's. Wow. I didn't do the -4, but that's
18 on the dice. Nice. Max damage too. Way to go, Drew. Second attack against there's now only 2 Mole-Beetles still alive, undead,
existing,
that are taking up space and not squished under your tires. Oh, with a -4, that's a miss. 10 on the die, 11 on the dice. Okay, it's what we've all been waiting for. All combat log. Miles is in position, is revved up, is far enough away to make a potential drive check. Want to make me that piloting?
Oh no!
He drives straight through the thing and runs over to Jamphram again.
Natty 1.
Not Miles' episode.
Don't like
it's
to
not.
see it.
Unless I need to use a computer at some point.
If you want to use the livery roll for this, it's a skill check. I'll allow it.
I mean, I don't want to take it from anyone else. I didn't earn it, so.
I mean,
yeah, you're right. No one should use it. It should go to waste. I'm with you.
I mean, I can use it. I just
go for it, man.
The other option is you technically, I think, can make a standard action. No, it's a full action to try.
Okay, so I'll re-roll it.
You can't do worse.
Yes, I can.
Yeah, there you go. There's our.
I don't know why I rolled it twice. 24.
The first one you rolled is a success. What are you trying to do? You want to run over? Do you want to ram?
Ram, because I'll give Jamphram a break.
Well, you can stop short. You don't have to run over Zilix and Jamphram here with either of them.
Oh, come on, stay in character. Stay in character.
Yeah, Ram, if you recall, is the save or suck, so they get a reflex save, and if they save, they just jump out of the way.
Oh, that's right. So yeah, I guess I'll run over.
Okay.
Oh, redacted. That's a ram.
Ooh, their reflex is not that good. I've only rolled a 12. It is a fail. Go ahead and roll your damage.
It's 44.
4d4 sounds correct.
10.
Oh, very average damage. It's still alive, but it is bloodied as well. This one here to Jamphram and Zilix's side. The vehicle coming inches away from Jamphram once more. You're like flashing before your eyes, but stop short. Is it kind of
and I think Jamphram just sees a slow thumbs up coming from
right, just like as my eyes adjust to the headlights, it's like the thumbs up is revealed.
Yeah, I imagine part of running over is just like doing donuts to like the back of the vehicle hit it, and as you're turning,
like drifting into the thing, so just like kind of baseball bats it.
Yeah, you've made this season very silly, Miles, but I enjoy when things like this happen and your friends are killed with the vehicle. They are up. This one is that you've just hit.
He's in a tricky position.
Yeah, no, not really. It's I'm gonna do it again. I'm gonna use aversion feeding because now now Zilix, Jamphram, and Redacted in the vehicle are nearby enough. All three of you make me another reflex save. Someone's got to roll one eventually. There, Jamphram, thank you.
I'm doing my best.
Thank you so much. Redacted Zilix.
All right, if you're the only one who fails, we're using the reroll.
We already used it.
We already
used it.
You ding dong. Pay attention
on the attack.
I blacked out. I'm sorry.
And Miles, one reflex save.
Yeah.
Their guts are getting spilled on like the. Oh gosh, you're fine.
Boy.
You're fine in the vehicle. Just Jamphram getting eversion fed.
Turn on the windshield wipers.
Oh,
yeah,
a 9
saves.
saves?
9 saves, knocking the guts into Jamphram.
Right, the windshield wiper like splashes it off onto my face.
I'm sure this will.
Cars, my only weakness.
I'm sure this will affect the combat a great deal. You're taking 4 points of bleed damage.
Yikes!
Bleed damage.
Okay, oh yikes!
This one is going to step up to an Asher and Sky and start the biting. 13 on the dice is going to be a hit or some piercing damage. It clamps down on your leg. It's like, stop dancing over my friends. 7 points of piercing damage from Becca. And that's going to take us to Pradier's turn. The one that you're trying to injury echo out of existence doesn't seem to take notice of you out in the hallway, Tyler.
Yay. Injury echo. Oh, it's max damage. Patrick, don't do this to me. Don't do this to me. Oh,
what's the DC?
13.
That is a 12 on the dice, and that is a fail. You figured out their will save. It's not
6 points of damage.
It's not great. All right, that one's still up though. After you've done 12 points of damage to it.
Yes, I did. It was a 3 and a 3, and then a 6.
Any move action you'd like to do?
So can I move back 5 feet and still see this thing? Yes, I can. All right.
Asher and Sky. This one's looking really messed up next to you. You've just seen wounds appearing all over its body. It's like breaking down from your perspective.
I am going to once again use my 1 intrepid strike, because it just gave me 1, to boost this attack.
Okay, just a single attack then?
Single attack.
Okay.
12 to hit.
That is enough to knock it down to a single hit point.
All right.
On death's door.
Too bad I can't do anything about it.
Yeah, Jamphram, you've got one in front of you that has just been hit by a car and is still moving. Oh, and you are bleeding as the condition. So that happens at the front. Bleeding. Do you want me to roll the D4 for you? I'm sorry, you're muted.
Oh, oops, sorry. I thought you just said it was 4 damage. No, it's D4? Okay, yeah. Go right ahead.
It is 4 damage.
Oh.
I didn't lie to you. Yes.
All right. Well, I take that. And oof. This guy's pretty goofed up. This guy's at 1 hit point. Oh, I could get the plus. I can make 2 attacks against this one. Or I could go over here.
And then the one in front of you, like I said, hit by a space wagon, is also very hurt.
Yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and attack this guy. I'm gonna go ahead and attack twice.
All right, it's like what, -3 with the
flanking and all the good stuff. So -4. That's why you attack twice.
Oh no! 8 on the dice. It's a miss.
Hey, a little better, but moving on.
9 on the dice is another miss. Drew, Zilix, Jamphram seems to be, he's got like bits of this thing's guts kind of like attached to his armor and doesn't seem to be doing well. Just swinging that stick wildly and missing. What's Zilix going to do?
Okay. I have an idea, but it's really. So I'm just going to swing once.
Okay. Standard attack. A super hits. It has got a single hit point left now. Crack into its abdomen. It should be dead. You've like cut it in half, but it's still moving.
I have no critical with the sword. Ah!
Once again, yeah. 2 Too Tough to Die.
Someone needs a fusion, baby.
Too Tough to Die sounds like a James Bond film.
Mhm.
Doo-doo. Too Tough to Die.
I'm going to go ahead and use my move
James
action.
Bond, played by Jason Statham. Doo-doo.
I'm going to go ahead and use my move action to swap to my rifle.
Okay. That is going to take us to Redacted in the vehicle. You got bug guts on your windshield. What would you like to do, Miles?
Can I run over again so I get I've got a clear spot from this one and the one in front of me, as well as the one next to
there's
Asher and Sky.
There's like a 10-foot gap that we've left. They're just like right in the middle.
It's like the first time that like there's actually a spot for me to
teamwork. We're learning it.
Unfortunately, you have to take a move action to readjust the vehicle to be pointing in that direction, which is why, I mean, it does a lot of damage, but it really, unless you're continuing on in the same direction, you can only do it like once every other turn. Right. You're right now. If you continued on, you'd be crushing Zilix in front of you. So you can take a move action this turn to move the vehicle back into
I'll do that.
A position where you could do that next turn if need be.
Sure.
Or you can try to shoot where it's got 1 HP.
Well, yeah.
I can still shoot.
Do that as well as a
action.
standard action.
Yeah, because this isn't a full action. So
blast this one in front of Jamphram and Zilix. Go ahead. Oh. It was almost a super hit, but it had 1 hit point. That's a hit, and it's dead.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
All right. One of these creatures left. And
My nemesis.
It is going to try to double attack an Asher and Sky. It's right up on them.
I'm sorry. I must have missed something. I thought they had some sort of like toughness.
Yeah, that one was reduced to a single hit point from before. Gotcha. Yeah, and so has this one. So it's on just a single HP. 2 attacks against both Asher and Sky. 1 against each. Ooh, an 18 for both Asher and Sky.
This one's roid raging.
That one went to Asher. The other one went to Sky.
That is 2 hits. Let's take her down. Not that much damage. Low damage. A 5 and a 4, so 9 in total. Asher's fine, right?
She's been better.
Sky is just absolutely wrecked right now. Well, your SP is hopefully gone.
SP is very much gone. Yes.
Good. You're not up yet. Oh, Pradier is up first.
I'm going to try to gut this thing with memories. Injury Echo. Who cares what damage I roll? Another 3. My God. It's like it's the average number I'd roll on a 1d6.
I still want to tell you. Well, it succeeds, but
no.
Oh no, is it take no damage if it succeeds?
Yeah, it's a save or suck spell.
Yeah, Asher and Sky gets the glory. Rebecca, we're on to you. This thing, it has a lot of fight left in it, despite being half dead. It's too tough to die, I say.
Hey, given that it has just 1 HP left, I am going to, should I double attack?
That seems like the right thing to do. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Slap it.
So, sorry. Fix my macros. All right, here we go. 12 to hit.
Asher and Sky lariating their attack lash up and brings it down in a mighty blow, laying this thing low.
All right.
Another destroyed Mole-Beetle. Its guts splaying out across the facility's ground here. Green and black blood and indeed effluence of what was in this creature, spelling out the words to be continued.
Oh,
it was very, very artistic death of this Mole-Beetle to form characters and full sentences.
Yeah, a small round of applause for the.
There's an exclamation point at the end. It's cursive. You would have thought cursive. All right,
and it's in English, which is weird.
We got more of the facility, a little bit more to explore, and just a little bit more of book 1 of Horizons of the Vast. But that's going to do it for this week's episode, folks. Thank you for playing with me.
Thank you, Patrick.
Thank you.
Listeners, thanks for listening. We're going to catch you on the next episode of Cosmic Crit. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
See you next week.
Secret, an officially licensed partner of Paizo Incorporated. The Starfinder role-playing game and adventure paths are trademarks of Paizo. All Pathfinder and Starfinder images are property of Paizo and are used with permission.